building information modeling to make sure that whoever is involved in the project and whoever's looking at the information in the project, that we're all one band, one sound.
This website here is about hillside architecture. So I'm really focused on delivering a great product for clients on hillside homes. But I'm also focused on just educating just in general. Like let's get the message out here. How are we going to do this the right way? And since meeting you, it's been like, wait a second, this guy's doing it right. So talk to me a little bit about that. So your company is called Craydl.
Yeah, so, and that's really kind of you to say. I just want to stop and acknowledge that and say thank you. That's because it's nice to get some validation from people who we really respect. So thank you.
Yeah, I've always been involved in real estate. It's just to varying degrees. And you know, Craydl, when I first started it, you know, now over 3 years ago, I initially thought it would be a design build firm where we would sort of have this technology backbone that provided transparency and controls and made the process understandable to all the stakeholders.
And ultimately, I think to think very broadly of who's involved in a project, right? We think architect, we think owner, and we think builder. And that's three people, but that is very overgeneralized. And under the architect's umbrella, you know, we have all kind of the engineering part of that. We have civil engineers, structural, all those disciplines that fall kind of on the design side, so the pre-construction side. Then you have a builder who, just like you mentioned, we're not just talking it's not just one general contractor or one person working on the project, it's hundreds of subcontractors. And then there's an owner who oftentimes is not super knowledgeable of these things. So what I see a lot with Craydl, you are bridging that gap. You're helping owners, you're helping builders and architects, and you're kind of putting us all together in an arena and in an area where we could all have access to one. In your case, it's a model. So it's called building information model for us. Through collaboration with your firm, you are this glue that kind of hold us together and hold us all accountable into one model, and say, hey, if something's not working, let's all refer back to this one thing. And now it's much easier to solve problems. There's no finger pointing, except for we're pointing now at this model.
That's right.
Now we could all talk. Yeah.
That's right. You know, to say it another way, and this is going to sound really geeky. So that's the most basic advantage of doing everything in an information model, taking everyone's work, putting it into the model, and then reflecting it back to the provider, whether it's the civil person or the architect or the interior designer, and say, is this what you meant? Right? It gives them an opportunity to understand how their information is being interpreted and how it's being reflected in this model. And the important thing is that when something changes for someone, it has to change everywhere for everyone. And that is what good information management does. That's what having the information structured in a model does. What we're trying to do is bridge all the disparate parts using building information modeling to make sure that whoever is involved in the project and whoever's looking at the information in the project, that we're all one band, one sound, and reading from a unified version of the truth.